From Idaho's News Channel 7, this is Friday Night Football.
Welcome to Friday Night Football. I'm Brady, Frederick, and would you believe it, it is week 8 already. The district championship is next week, as well as all the cross-division action. And tonight, we've got teams looking to make that final playoff push, get some extra wins on their resume. But the other teams who are off to a good start, looking to keep the momentum they have and bring that into the postseason. We got a similar game going on as what you voted for our game of the week. The Eagle Mustangs looking to remain undefeated as they took on the Borah Lions. And I'll tell you what, Eagle making things happen quickly in this game. Quarterback Davis Harson fakes the handoff. He hits his tight end Seth Brock, who escapes into the end zone and gets the Mustangs on the board in their first drive. Eagles would find the end zone running the same exact play their next possession, so they would lead 14-0, getting out of the first quarter. Then they would add on this. Harson surveys the land, finds a wide open man in Nick Damiano. The senior is untouched as he breaks in for a TD. Things starting very well for the home team. Eagle would convert the 2-point drive, try and go up 22-0. So Borah needing to find a way to turn the tide. They're going to get a boost from their defense. They look to go over the middle, but it's senior linebacker Shane Thomas there for the interception. He turns on the Jets to take this one to the other side of the field. When Eagle finally brings them down, the Lions are in business. They make quick work finishing off the drive, handing it to the always reliable running back Javon Nelson. The senior powers his way into the end zone, and Borah gets the 2-point conversion. So suddenly, it looks like we have a game again. About a minute left to go in the half, and Eagle would slam the door. Seconds left on the game clock. They hand it off to their reliable running back, Noah Burnham, the sophomore, putting together an unbelievable season and giving his team a huge boost to head into halftime. Eagle finishes the year undefeated with a 43-21 win over Borah. It's the first time they've gone to 8-0 since our very own digital producer Zach Armstrong was suiting up for the Stang Gang. They're going to face off with Meridian for the 5A SIC championship next week. So we jump over, we'll show you how Meridian did and how their regular season ended as they welcome the Capital Eagles. 49-0 lead at halftime for the Warriors, but Capital putting together a nice drive to start the third. Braden Dudley keeps it on the option, then he flips it back to Ibram Talazzo. The senior punches it in and gets the Eagles on the board. Well, Meridian had a very quick answer. Ensuing quick kickoff. It's going to go deep downfield. Cole Jones is able to gather it, and then he's going to have some great blocks from his teammates. He turns on the Jets, and he breaks down the far sideline. Hey, that's a good way to cap off senior night. One last man to beat, hits him with the cut. He's going to be home free after that one. Meridian caps off the regular season with a bang, 55-14 over Capital. So they're going to be battling with Eagle for some hardware next Friday. Let's jump over to the Bulldog Bowl. It's senior night in Nampa as they host the Mountain View Mavericks. Second quarter, Mavs up 6-0. Quarterback Henry Nelson finds Grayson Fladden in the flat for a nice 40-yard gain. Look at him staying on his feet with Bulldog defenders at his heels. The next play, they're going to stay through the air. Nelson finds Cass Nelson for the touchdown, and the Mavericks would go up 13-0. Always an electric crowd here at Nampa. I got to show you, a great percussion band, and also in the Halloween spirit, we got the Teletubbies making an appearance. All right, Nampa keeping it rolling. Dom Alvarez finds Patrick Lewis Jr. He's going to turn that into a big game. It looks like the Bulldogs have some momentum to play with, but on the same drive, that Mountain View defense that they pride themselves in so much, they're going to step up. Torrey Wiles coming in with the interception. A nice dominant win for Mountain View tonight, 27-0 over Nampa. Well, let's flash back to Middleton High School for some Thursday night action. The Centennial Patriots looking for their second W of the season against a very tough Viking squad. Hey, would not take long for Middleton to get moving. In the red zone, Pachi Franks takes the handoff, rumbles through the contact, get his boys set up right at the 1-yard line. Middleton's run game is impressive. They got Franks, they got Cole Holman. Of course, their quarterback can run too. That's how this drive ends. Cash Weeks keeps it for himself, breaks into the end zone, and the Vikings are on the board 7-0 after the first drive of the game, showing off the cannons as well. Well, they'd get the ball back on a fumble recovery. This time they're going through the air. Weeks takes a shot. Kenyon Maxwell pulls that down in the corner of the end zone. The fans are fired up, but they still had one more left in them in the first quarter. Another successful drive, but it's going to stall out to a 4th and 11. Middleton has not been afraid to go for those this year. This one really pays off. Weeks takes a shot for Colton Severa. The junior comes in with the circus catch, grabbing it over the DB's head. Hey, a nice 6th win of the season for the Vikings, taking care of business on Thursday in all facets, 42-7. Another nice senior night win for Middleton. All right, one more blast from the past. Here's last night at Donald Larson Park. The Timberline Wolves just got their first win of the season last week, looking to keep it going against the Rocky Mountain Grizzlies. The Grizz led 20-3 at halftime, opening the third quarter with a risky move, the onside kick, but it pays off. Parker Simonson gets there first, gets the ball back in his team's hands with great field position. They'd make quick work down the field. Quarterback Dre Broadbent finishes the drive on the keeper. Great fight there on the goal line, just barely able to get that over. He puts the Grizz up 27-3. So things are getting a little dire for the Wolves. They need to make something happen here. How about this quick response? Sophomore quarterback Jack Brandt lets it fly deep, and take a look at the catch from number 1. Finn Hers brings that one down, and T-Line gets into the red zone. Wouldn't take long from there. Brandt fakes the handoff, finds the big man Aiden Nixon behind the defense. He grabs it and walks in for the first T-Line TD of the game. So down 17, if they can get a stop, they can really make something happen with a quarter to play. Well, Rocky wasn't going to let that happen. First drive next time they get the ball. This one is going to be a familiar sight from much longer out. Broadbent, once again, calls his own number, takes it about 60 yards to the house. That would pretty much slam the door in this one. Rocky Mountain takes it 43-10, picking up a very important 5th win of the season. All right, to some 4A action. We arrived at Bishop Kelly with less than a minute until halftime. The score 28-0 over Columbia. That's when the Knights' Tylen Koschmitter takes the handoff, manages to evade a tackle, gets brought in just inside the pylons to go up 34-0. On the ensuing kickoff, 21 seconds left in the half, the Knights' Saul Lorenza strips the ball from Jake Copen, and Liam Page somehow able to recover it just before it goes out of bounds, just before halftime. So we'll show you that. Benavella takes the snap, finds Boston Husky in the corner of the end zone for another score. The Knights would go up 42-0 to end the half, looking for some momentum to start the second half. Jared Payne completes a pass downfield, but BK's there coming up on defense once again. They force a fumble, the Knights get it back. Benavella takes the snap, throws the ball to find Sam Nell in the end zone. That'd be the final score of the game. Bishop Kelly continuing to put up impressive numbers this season. They take down Columbia 49-0. All right, let's go to the closest game I think we saw tonight. At Donald Larson Park, the Kuna Cave taking on the Boise Brave, and it's senior night. The Cavemen had some incredible success running the ball tonight. Austin Latimer tries to go up the middle. Instead, he has to bounce outside. It works out because he's got some great blocking from his teammates. He takes it 55 yards down the field for the score. The Cavemen would go for 2 and go up 8-0. Undeterred, the Braves, Trevor Schoolfield throws a shovel pass to Grant Spillman, a nice gain and a first down. Later on, Spillman gets his number called once again, gets another nice gain on the ensuing play. Cavemen's Jason Mills finally being able to bring him down to prevent the touchdown, and their defense would step up once again. Schoolfield trying to get out of the pocket, but that Kuna Cavemen D-line is just too fast. That's Nick Stace bringing them down there, but they'd stick with it. Cooper Smith taking the catch from Schoolfield, the connection we've seen all season. He slips a tackle, finds the end zone. That would make it 8-7 Kuna, and this game would continue to go back and forth throughout the game, but in the end, Kuna coming in with what you might call the upset. They've been good though, 47-44. All right, finally tonight we're going to jump out to Caldwell as Emmett takes on Valley View. Hey, I'll tell you what, this one is the Quinton Smith show. First play, Smith runs for a 20-yard touchdown. That would put his team on the board 7-0. Then we'll give it right back to him. Smith staying on his feet somehow, nearly goes down, but picks up a big gain right there. We'll jump to the second quarter. Smith, another 20-yard touchdown. It's Valley View quarterback Isaac Moore coming in with an answer, though. Not just the Emmett show tonight. We'll show you Isaac Moore finding Lamar Davis for a nice 25-yard catch. Emmett would hold on to win it, 42-24. As we jump into some of our other scores from the night. Out in Caldwell, Mountain Home wins a close one, 40-33 over the Cougars. Skyview takes down Ridgeview 48-14. Twin Falls with a big win over Canyon Ridge 43-8. and McCall Donnelly dominating tonight 59-0 over Payette. Checking in on some 8-man action, Council took down Garden Valley 50-7. By the way, I saw a tweet from this game. Incredible backdrop to play at. Incredible field atmosphere. I haven't seen anything like it. That's why you got to love 8-man football. They have some of the most beautiful fields you'll find out there. Keeping it rolling, Horseshoe Bend taken down by Tri-Valley 68-50. At the 3A level, Homedale taking down Fruitland 33-0. The Trojans remain 8-0 on the year, and Marsing takes down Cole Valley 27-7. All right, next week we have a big matchup to look forward to. The Meridian Warriors and the Eagle Mustangs will face off for the 5A Southern Idaho Conference Championship. This game's going to be a rematch of a barn burner we had way earlier in the season. Back then, Eagle took down Meridian 36-33. We called it an upset at the time, but the Mustangs have quickly become the team to beat in the 5A class. Should be a fun one, along with all the other cross-division games we're going to see next week. Those games are going to be really important to determine who gets a spot in the state playoffs. We look forward to that. Now, I also got to remind you that tomorrow we have a big college football game. Boise State is traveling to Fort Collins to take on the Colorado State Rams at 9 a.m. Me and Jay Tust are going to be getting you ready for the Bronco Roundup pregame show. So if you missed that, we're going to do it a second time later on at 7, but that one is going to only be online. KTVB Plus, KTVB.com, and the KTVB YouTube page. Thanks for joining us for another great night of high school football. It's coming to a close. I hate to say it because it's one of our favorite things to cover out here, but the season is winding down. From all of our crew, we appreciate you tuning in. We'll see you at the same time next week.